It's the longest, stretchiest, fruity snack around. New strawberry fruit winders from Kellogg's. In 3 fruity flavors. Kellogg's Real Fruit Winders. Unwind the fruity fun forever.
One of quite a few Fruit Winders ads from the 2000s. These ads are kind of popular on the internet for how morbid and twisted they are, as they nearly always feature anthropomorphic fruit people murdering non-anthropomorphic fruits to make into the products they are selling, mainly Fruit Winders, a brand from Kellogg's that was only sold in the UK as far as I know. Fruit Winders did get a few short-lived spin-offs such as Fruit Squidgers and Fruit Spurters, and these characters would also advertise those. If you are an American and haven't heard of Fruit Winders, which is unlikely if you're watching this video, they are basically like Fruit by the Foot, except these came with comic strips that also featured the characters murdering fruit. There's a lot more I could get into with these mascots, but that would take ages, so search for the Chew Chat Gang on the Ad Mascot Wiki if you want to know more. There's like a ton of info there. Even though these adverts are well known online for being so dark, it's actually not uncommon for animated ads to feature living food being killed to be made into the product. Though I'd say these ads are probably the creepiest, especially since there's a lot of emphasis on how much the Chew Chat Gang really enjoys doing this to the fruit. Thankfully, they got their comeuppance in their final ever TV appearance, where a live-action kid beats them up.
New, improved Fruit Winders are now even more stretchy and fun. Pull them. Roll them. Snap them. Grab them. Spin them. Fruit Winders, go on, unwind them.
Fruit Winders, now even more fun.
I don't know why this advert happened, but it happened. If you thought these Winders ads were dark for kids' TV, a Smarties ad got away with showing an actual human being murdered on screen.
How far underground does a tube go? How does an orange peel when it has a crispy shell? I wonder what melts in a milk chocolate mouth. Is this the Red Sea, or am I just seeing red? What an arresting time.
Did you see it? Right at the beginning, a guy gets pushed right off a building to his demise. He's fucking dead. He got fucking murdered in this ad for a beloved brand of kid sweets. I wonder if the children's TV channels that aired this ever noticed. If they did, I guess they wouldn't have cared since it's literally a blink and you'll miss it moment. Only the children with the sharpest eyes would be traumatized. Also, you'll notice the animation here is similar to Bob and Margaret, and that's because it's done by the same studio. Most of the time you would have seen death and ad breaks were in these little bygone things called PIFs.
Polish a floor and put a rug on it. You might as well set a man trap.
Hurry up, bring them in the warm.
All right.
I'll put the kettle on.
And to think he'd only just come from the hospital.
That was a public information film.
Yeah, back when PIFs were so common, you could air a message about any mundane thing where you could encounter danger. This would actually be a great way to sell a cleaning product. Mr. Sheen gets your floor so clean it'll kill your husband. And if you thought putting a rug on a polished floor was random...
There's too much water in that kettle. And now the lid's on crooked. And that means disaster for this lady. Because she is on a boat. Don't boil a kettle on a boat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is fake, but I wanted to show it anyway because it's hilarious. No idea where this footage comes from, but it's likely from some random PIF from the 70s, minus the exploding boat at the end, which is probably from some movie. I think even back then, people kind of knew this would have been a bit too random and silly to air. Plus, the voiceover just sounds like a random guy putting on a voice, and the text seems fake. I just noticed while writing the script for this video that the description says by Mr. Michael Spicer, so yeah, definitely fake. Over in America, they have these things called PSAs, which are basically just PIFs with a different name. I might as well just call them PIFs because there's literally no difference. Over the years, they've had some great and memorable PSAs, but there's one company who tends to release a lot of mediocre or just straight up terrible PSAs on the subject of smoking.
As long ago as 1969, a tobacco company executive agreed to avoid advertising directed to young people. Yet 10 years later, they supplied their products to be featured in the Muppet movie. Let's see who this guy really appeals to, shall we?
Can I ask you a quick question? Do you find me cute? Entertaining? Quick question, super fast. Would you watch a Hollywood movie if I was in it? How about this? Do you find me cute?
Gotta leave the car. This is public property.
Hi. What's your name?
Oh my!
Hey, how are you? Hi. Oh. You guys like me? Yes. Yay. Well, it looks like this kind of thing appeals to kids more than adults. So...
Okay, the Muppet movie is a family movie. It's not strictly targeted at kids. I think they're allowed to show some cigarettes. And even if you're going by the logic that it was a kids movie, or some sneaky way to get kids to try cigarettes, that movie was released in 1979. This PSA was made in 2007. How many kids movies have shown cigarettes since then? Do you really need to make a PSA on such a non-existent issue? When you make anti-tobacco PSAs, you're supposed to make sure people will take you seriously.
Look, Ronald, there's a bottle with a note in it.
Billy says he's on an island where there's no McDonald's filet of fish sandwiches.
Let's get him to McDonald's. I'll save him. Where's my boat? Where's me boat? How did he do that? No filet of fish sandwiches. Twice the anchor. Whoop that out of him in the net. Ooh. There's Billy. Imagine on an island having no delicious filet of fish. Ahoy, there's a storm brewing. Oh, we'll take it on water. Lift the sails again.
How many swords do you have, Captain?
Just this one.
It's a swordfish.
Take that and that. Ah, me poor boat.
Now we can all go for a filet of fish sandwich at McDonald's.
How?
Like this.
Here's your filet of fish and a swordfish.
Ronald McDonald.
Yes, because the most important thing is not that this kid is somehow stranded on a fucking desert island, is that he can't get any McDonald's. Also, I really love that Captain character, he's so goofy. He was actually originally a villain character named Captain Crook, who tried to steal Filet-O-Fish sandwiches. Every time I hear the name of that sandwich, I can only think of that terrible 2017 advert. Anyway, at some point they decided to make Captain Crook a good guy, which I assume is because they used to have nearly every character in McDonaldland be an antagonist back in the 70s, and it probably didn't make the place look very good. Like, every character except the cop and the mayor wants to steal your food? Why would you want to visit? Even the fucking Grimace was evil for a period.
Get yourself ready for a trip through McDonald Land.
One day, Ronald and his friends spotted Evil Grimace running off with loads of shakes and
I'm thirsty.
Thinking quickly, Ronald disguised himself as a big Hollywood movie director.
I'm really thirsty.
Took a shortcut and headed off the Grimace at Filet-O-Fish Lake.
Wait!
Shouted Ronald.
What a face! What beautiful eyes! I'm gonna make you a star!
The evil Grimace was very flattered.
Would you mind stepping back a bit? Little further.
Asked Ronald.
Just a little bit further.
Splash!
You were sensational,
shouted Ronald.
And so are these McDonald's shakes, and Coca-Colas, and hamburgers, and French fries, and apple pie.
I love the voice of that announcer. Eventually, McDonaldland was phased out entirely, along with many of its inhabitants, including Captain Crook, due to a lawsuit by the creators of HR Pufnstuf, since McDonald's basically just ripped off the whole concept of that show, down to even having Pufnstuf's voice actor voicing Grimace. Captain Crook's last appearance was in a 1990 direct-to-video movie called The Adventures of Ronald McDonald, McTreasure Island. Okay, so I wrote a lot of this script back in December 2024 when I wasn't sure I would release it or not, and as of actually publishing this, McDonald's has brought back McDonaldland and a few of its inhabitants, but not Captain Crook. I guess this lawsuit is so old it doesn't matter anymore. One of the creators of HR Pufnstuf is actually still alive. I guess they just don't care anymore.
Boom, 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 boom. Новый миф. Морозная свежесть. Зимой и летом мечтают об этом.
What the fuck was that, you may be asking? That is a Russian advert for detergent with a name I wouldn't know how to pronounce, but judging by the adverts I've seen, it appears to be pronounced Neef. This is their beloved Mr. Sink Bath Tile Shireman. All the other ads he appears in are completely normal. He just appears in people's homes to tell them how to properly clean their stuff. This advert is, for some reason, the only one where he is apparently some kind of addict addicted to snorting this product to get high. Here's another weird Russian ad.
Привіт усім із чудової країни соняшників!
В країні соняшників кипить робота. На сучасному обладнанні за казковою технологією готують насіння атхомки.
Тепер все готово, щоб наше смачне, натуральне, корисне смажене насіння приносило радість усім людям.
Хомка смакує і вам рекомендує. Шукайте в магазинах вашого міста.
What is this beaver so damn happy about? It's very concerning. His face never moves from that expression throughout the entire thing. I think he might be in pain.
Меня любишь, лепишь, творишь, малюешь. Ой, это чудо! Я меня любишь. Ну что, дружок, все мультяшек ждешь? Сам рисуй. В Газбанке конкурс рисунков про меня, для меня, обо мне, короче, меня. С 20 апреля до моего дня варенья рисуют все.
I think that was an advert. I've seen a few other adverts with this thing, and appears to be advertising a credit card called GabaCard, but I'm not sure what loudly singing while painting has to do with advertising credit cards. Maybe I'd understand if I knew Russian. Also, this bird has a potty mouth.
Деньги дают!
How rude. What's your language, Mrs. Bird?
¿Qué pasa, chico? Tortille, hombre.
Tata nam sprema iznenađenje.
Tortille.
Brzo, praktično, odlično. Tortilla mexicana.
Why do they all have clown makeup? Is there any kind of reason for that? I love how simple this advert is. A cactus man goes and buys product, takes it home to his family, and they all sit and eat it for dinner. They must have very little to eat, because he seems so proud that he brought back these tortillas So proud that he went and got a sombrero and plates with the brand's name on it. Also, these tortillas appear to be liquid because the mushrooms literally just go through it. Yeah, the animation is not great, but I do quite like it, especially the style of early 2000s 3D animation, where they put an outline over everything like it's 2D.
This is Harry Hambone and his pet anteater Schnoz. They love each other. Harry does some marvelous impersonations. And this is his impression of the American Cancer Society, which, as everybody knows, is leading the fight against cancer. Anyone can join the fight with a checkup and a check. Today, 1 out of 2 cases could be cured when cancer is detected early and treated promptly. That's why regular checkups are so important. And the check you send helps support the Society's programs of research, education, and service. Yes, Harry does marvelous impersonations. But the nicest thing about him is he fights cancer with a checkup and a check to the American Cancer Society. Why don't you?
What did a guy being in love with an anteater have to do with cancer, apart from the fact that the guy can morph into the organization's logo for some reason? I thought these characters might have been from some cartoon series or something, but no, nothing comes up when I type Harry Hambone into Google. So yeah, these characters were pretty much created for this PSA. Harry Hambone and his anteater lover. And Harry is not the only one who finds anteaters attractive.
Sick of Rex.
Hole-proof ants pants. It's unbelievable underwear.
Yeah, we got borderline bestiality here just to sell pants. I'm not sure why anyone would want to buy these pants after seeing this ad. It's pretty gross. This ad was considered to be so great by the people of Australia that it even got a reboot in 2003. One that's even weirder.
Sick of Rex.
Nou, sick me, Rex. Komm zu mir, Rex.
Hello.
Ants pants. Unbelievable underwear from Hole-proof.
Just delete me from this world.
This may take a while.
Have a chocodile! Hostess chocodiles from Chauncey Chocodile. It takes a while to eat a chocodile.
You'll have to wait a while.
Have a chocodile! It's so big and delicious that it takes a while to eat a chocodile. Hostess chocodiles! Lots of golden cake covered with chocolate flavor and cream filling inside. So big and delicious that it takes a while to eat a chocodile. Hostess chocodile's cake.
Would take me 1 second to eat a chocodile. 1 bite and straight in the bin. I say this because it's actually just a chocolate-covered Twinkie, and despite how Chocodile fans will insist it's different, it was confirmed to be true. I tried a Twinkie around a decade ago, and I recall it tasting kinda nasty. Not as bad as Hershey's Kisses, but still not as great as the Americans make it out to be. I don't think anything can top Hershey's Kisses in disgustingness. Oh, I forgot about salt and vinegar crisps.
Nou, één ding, meneer de voorzitter. Ik weet wat u wil. De koek voor uzelf houden. Luister, ik wil... Terwijl wij maar zo'n stukje voor de kleine huishoudens nodig hebben. Zo'n stuk van de koek? U gaat te ver? Nee, u gaat te ver. Hier met ons portie. Hier met ons portie. Hier met ons portie.
Kleintje Pijnenburg. Kregen we er maar genoeg van.
There is so many things that I love about this random Dutch ad. First off, the animation. I love the big nose character designs and the squiggly outlines. Not a style you see often anymore, kind of exclusive to this time period really. I love the weird accents where it sounds like they're about to hawk a loogie.
Kleintje Pijnenburg. Kregen we er maar genoeg van.
I love how I have no idea what anyone is saying, nor do I want to, because I think it's funnier that way. I love how it's all somehow advertising gingerbread cake. And I love how it feels like a weird foreign ad I would have stumbled upon on the Arrows archive in 2015, which if you didn't know was the old domain for a lot of the stuff you can now find on the Hat Ads website, where you can also still find these weird foreign ads in question.
That Friday feeling. You just can't keep it in.
What a classic Aardman ad. Catchy tune and fantastic stop motion animation that looks better than CGI. Before this 1991 advert aired, the crunchy Friday feeling campaign had been around since the 1980s, but had never really caught on until Aardman created this series of animated ads, using the Pointer Sisters song I'm So Excited. These adverts were so well received that they were even still airing in 2008. Other than this crunchy campaign, Aardman also had other successful ad campaigns, such as Douglas the Butterman from Lurpak, the Chewits Munster, Domestos Big Dom, Archie the Skeleton, just about nearly every great stop-motion ad that ever aired during the 80s and 90s. Their 2000s campaigns weren't nearly as successful, but are still fun to watch. Aardman had a really big impact on stop-motion commercials in the UK specifically. America was mostly influenced by Will Vinton and his California Raisins. For a period of time, stop-motion commercials were pretty popular to see on television in the UK. In 1992, the stop-motion Or What's His campaign began airing. In 1993, the Pepperami Animal was born. And in 1997, KP Skips introduced their second mascots, Sydney and Alfie. Yes, that's right, second. Who were animated by Derek Mugford. Stop-motion adverts began to become rare when the 2000s came around, and pretty much Aardman was the only company that was making them the majority of the time. Like, think about 2000 stop-motion ads from the UK. How many of them are not made by Aardman? Fast forward to the early 2020s, and some ads are now using Fox stop-motion. Why? To save on time and money, I guess. But the problem with this is it can trick some people into thinking these were genuinely made with stop-motion animation.
Grass-fed and 100% Irish.
Everyone loves. Oh, you mean Mr. Personality, is it? Your man thinks he's the best thing since... Well, you know yourself, like.
Yeah, we all know he's quite fresh, like. But sure, we all are, aren't we?
Totally. Oh, like pure notion since he won that Blasting Heron Award. We've all won awards, like. There's no need to go on about it.
Beef! Well, don't you want to come down at the end of all? You don't know in the Battle of Ange.
Everyone loves Lidl beef. Well, almost everyone. Lidl, more for you.
To try and imitate a whole medium of animation like that really irks me. And what the fuck are these guys even saying in this advert? If you don't want to spend time and money on stop motion, then don't. Don't try and fake it. Nowadays, stop motion animation in the UK TV ads seems to have had a bit of a comeback, because if you notice, you'll see there's a lot more than there has been in a while. Even the Pepperami Animal returned in his original stop motion form after appearing as a really disturbing looking CGI model for a while. Like, what is this? Anyways, with the comeback of stop motion in advertising, Aardman should be making new ads, right? Well, yes. They've just made this new series of ads for Nest. Let's take a look.
I'm here with a flock of hard-working birds, growing their nest pensions. Nest are helping this busy worker save for his future while he beeps.
Price check, till 3 please, Darren.
She's saving too, along with 13 million others.
Gorgeous. I love it. Any product?
Oh, home time. Nest. Together, we'll build you a bigger pension. Even you, Tina.
Yes!
Oh no. No.